Hi, I'm here today to urge you to embrace the circular economy and create your own circle of impact. Whether you are an entrepreneur or a citizen, you can maximize your positive impact through circular economy and systems thinking. The circular economy is a solution where instead of a linear model, resources travel around in a system and are being used many times or repurposed. Materials are designed to be reused and no value is lost. This automatically creates less waste, less carbon use and reduces pollution. Let's look at clothing as an example. Materials make a large percentage of the total resource impact of any garment, so it's important to source responsibly from the beginning. It's vital that startups incorporate this system behaviour from the very beginning rather than going back later, which is much more difficult. So, how can we design products for the circular economy? The most crucial steps are: reduce the number of items, components, consider products as a service instead of being individually owned, use recycled materials where possible, designed for end of use, considering what happens at the end of the product's first life, design for disassembly, build each part of the product to be reused, and design for local production and recycling or upcycling. A large part of any product are the materials, and it's heartening to see that some fantastic innovative fabrics have been developed using waste fibres from food and natural materials. However, some natural materials have been laminated or glued together or combined with other synthetic materials. This achieves strength but means that they will never be fully recyclable. Therefore, they are not designed for circularity. In the future, we should expect all our clothing to be recycled through a closed-loop system, synthetics and natural fibres. Designing for material circularity requires determination and focus. Do not use glue, laminates or other fixatives that are difficult to remove. Use monomaterials. Never blend or mix fibres unless there is a proven way to separate at the end of life. Label clearly all the components for future reuse. Design for disassembly and local reuse. Design for durability and consider the resource impact through an extended LCA. As an example, at Ruby Moon, we used recycled nylon lycra, and we are working away to find a way to separate these two materials in an environmentally friendly way when the garment reaches its first end of life. Afterwards, we are intending to re-engineer the nylon into a superior material that we intend to be infinitely recyclable in itself. This is important as in the UK alone, we have to dispose of 120,000 tonnes of nylon clothing. Nylon is a very strong fabric, but when we knit it with elastane or lycra, this is what makes it stretch, but it weakens it and makes it less durable. It's the stretch portion that breaks down first, and when we hold it up to the light, we can see patches of breakdown, letting light come through. This is caused by chlorine and sunlight, which are the two main culprits in terms of swim fabrics. You will see this in cheap stretch fabrics that are not made to last, but are part of the fast fashion system. At Ruby Moon, we use extra life lycra. All stretch fabrics contain lycra, but extra life means that it is up to 5 times as durable, because prolonging the life of a garment is the biggest environmental impact that you can make. The other issue with textiles is that they leach microfibres, ending up in our soil, water and air, polluting our natural systems and ending up in our bodies. We do not know the effect of these microfibres on our biosphere and on our health yet. The microfibers are leached during manufacturing or during wash, wear and care by the citizen consumer. They are shed by all textiles, not just synthetics, and this problem needs to be solved at source. Half of microfiber waste comes from tyres, so that means putting the onus back on the manufacturer of both textiles and tyres rather than looking to the citizen consumer to apply washing machine filters or create a whole new system of various quick fix solutions rather than system thinking and solving the problem at source. And if we reduce the quantity of clothing produced, we instantly reduce the quantity of microfiber pollution. Therefore, we must shift the perception of clothing from being a disposable item to being a durable product. Globally, customers are wasting $460 billion every year on clothing that could be reworn. There is an argument for returning to natural fibres. However, most natural fibres increase competition for land, for food production, and many countries are exporting their water supply with the clothing that they make. For example, cotton and bamboo. And natural fabrics often have a worse life cycle assessment than synthetics. Additionally, there has been extensive greenwashing campaigns to label cellulosic fabrics such as rayon, some bamboo and other materials made from plants and trees as natural. These materials can only ever be eco if they are produced from responsibly managed forests and use no harmful chemicals in production. The domination of land and resources to create fibres is an issue. Cotton production is currently accounting for 2.5% of the world's arable land, and 200,000 trees are cut down annually for textiles. So instead, we must look to recycle all of the fibres and fabrics that are currently in production and are currently being wasted, and transform these into new materials. It has been estimated that it's enough clothing already produced to clothe the next 6 or 7 generations. It may even come to a time when we are digging up old clothing in order to recycle or reuse them. At Ruby Moon, we have created a circle of impact which is focused on regenerative culture. This means we are recycling or reusing finances as well as the raw materials. We do this through our initiatives with microfinance and to only use recycled materials. And in terms of monetary value in our business, we use this to make loans to women who are entrepreneurs in 14 developing countries, so they can start or build their own businesses. And when that money comes back to us, we reinvest in other women. In this way, money and resources are constantly in a loop. In circular economy terms, this is called closing the loop and is what the circular economy businesses strive for. And for entrepreneurs, this is an exciting time to be looking for new innovative ways to capture resources and maximise positive impact for the benefit of humans and our planetary biosphere. Regenerative culture is not new and has long existed in agriculture, particularly permaculture, whereby natural systems keep nutrients in the soil year after year. The circular economy aims to replace that system in a technical format, keeping the carbon and other resources embedded in the product or service. Most importantly, we must include humans and the workforce in this circular transformation. The linear economy has been responsible for widespread poverty and abuse, and will continue to do so as we introduce artificial intelligence. We must therefore include the workforce in this transformation by delivering meaningful and rewarding work. It's critical to have people emotionally invested in the transformation that is needed to implement the circular economy. We can collectively design new systems of working to optimise human labour for useful employment and work to be proud of a better, healthier lifestyle.